and not one of them has left. This is a spectacle. I cannot remember a time when somebody retired from the game, somebody's finished with the game. It's now been well over half an hour, 40 minutes, and the game ended. Not one person has left. I can promise you, if you had a ticket today and you didn't come, you have no idea what you missed. Do stay away, photographers. Do stay away. To me, one of the greatest aspects of Tendulkar's cricket. It's been a wonderful journey to have seen him from the time he was 14, 15 years old. It's just been the enormous dignity with which he's carried himself. Tendulkar's a master of the game, make no mistake about it. He's always looked upon the game as a servant. And to a lot of people in India, I remember Anjali asking me, why is all this happening? Why all this outpouring? And I think to a lot of people who wanted to look up to someone with hope in dark times, the parallel with Bradman is often drawn. And what Bradman meant to the world after the horrors of the Second World War. I think a lot of people looked up to Tendulkar. And often said in difficult times, when Tendulkar got 100, India slept well. Because much like in the movies, he allowed India to forget its misery for a while, its difficult times for a while, and glory in the fact that an Indian could be the best in the world at what he did. And I think 91, 92, when India were coming out of troubled economic times and were starting to find their place in the world, just realizing that they could be as good as anybody else in the world, I think Tendulkar was a symbol of what India could be. There they go again. It was the 2nd of April 2011, but there's a difference. On the 2nd of April 2011, the captain stood back and let Tendulkar have his moment. It was one of the great moments in Indian cricket, and the captain knew it was Tendulkar's moment. You never saw Dhoni anywhere there. He just stayed in the background. Now he's come out to carry Tendulkar on his shoulders. I think it was Virat Kohli's lines that day. Said he's carried Indian cricket on his shoulders for 21 years. It's time we now carried him, and I think that's what they're doing. A lot of you might be watching this telecast outside of India, and you're wondering what the fuss is all about. I think this is an indicator of what one man meant to a nation. With Tendulkar, it wasn't just cricket. And I think this is just a wonderful, spontaneous outpouring from the city of his birth and the city that gave him his recognition. He's coming down now under the... all by himself. I think he's going to that one place that always gave him calm and serenity. It was the one place... It was one place that was always alone. I've often been asked to describe Tendulkar in one word. I think humility is the word that comes to mind. To be honest, it doesn't surprise me at all. He's gone back to the 22 yards that so defined him. The 22 yards that were the making of him. And the 22 yards that made a little boy from Bandra who looked like that. It was those 22 yards that made that little boy into the legend that he became. For Sachin Tendulkar, the game always came first. I think he'll sit quietly in there. Away from all the cameras and the limelight.